triangle and all of the angles add up to 180 degrees. Now number 15 is a little bit of a different type of problem. You might look here at these that we found that were congruent. Okay? And you might see that this angle is going to be congruent to that one. Well, isn't that what I have here? That this angle is congruent to this angle? So that makes angle 1 pretty easy, doesn't it? So now I know 3 angles in a quadrilateral, or maybe you want to make the triangle and think about it that way. I'm going to do it the n minus 2 way. So n minus 2 times 180 is going to equal the sum of all these angles added together. Well, I have a 4-sided figure that's going to equal 110 plus 98 plus 110 plus angle 2. So altogether, I know this is going to be 360. 4 minus 2 is 2. 2 times 180 is 360. And 110 and 110 is 220. 220 plus 98 is 3... Hang on a second. 220 plus 98 is 318. Am I right there? I don't have a calculator to look. So we subtract 318 from both sides. I'm doing this old school because I don't have my calculator. 5, 10, that's 2, 4. So angle 2 is 42 degrees. So that angle is 42 degrees. So I've shown you 2 different ways to look at these problems. Hopefully that will give you some clues on how to do 17. And it'd be great if you could do 18, although I know none of you will, because that would require more work. And let's look at 20 down here. In angle 20, what do I know? What kind of a shape is this? That is I have one pair of congruent sides and another pair of congruent sides. That doesn't look like any kite you've ever seen, does it? Does that look like a kite you've seen? Nope. But up here, let's go back to this picture. We knew that where my 2 sides meet, I know this angle is congruent. So let's look down here. Where do I have 2 different colors meeting? Here and here. So I know this angle is congruent to this angle. Well, right there's a problem for you. I know that 3x minus 5 equals 2x plus 10. And then you could solve that problem. I also know that if I fold these 2 problems together, that this angle is congruent to this one, and this angle is congruent to this one. I hope you can see. I'll put 2 here because it kind of looks like the green one. Okay? So what is all of this together? Once you find out what x is, you can get a number for that. And I know this is 6y, and I know this is 6y plus 8, the same as that one. So let's solve this one. Subtract 2x, x, add 5. So x equals 15. So what is the degree of that angle? 3 times 15 minus 5. Well, 3 times 15 is 45. 45 minus 5 is 40. So I know that angle is 40 degrees. So now I have a whole nother equation. I have, in this triangle, don't I know 3 angles? I do. 40 degrees plus 27y plus 6y plus 8 have to add up to 180. I'm going to do that problem right up here. Well, maybe down here. 40 degrees plus 27y plus 6y plus 8 equals 180. Now I know I'm a little crunch there. Combine your like terms, so I know that this number can go with this number, and that gives me 48. And then I know that, looking for another light color, This with the y plus this with the y can go together. And what do I get when I do that? 27 plus 6. That's 33. And that equals 180. Subtract 48 on both sides. And I know 33y equals...
May I have your attention, please? We have a tennis match about to begin. Vehicles parked along the tennis courts need to be moved immediately. If you are parked near the tennis courts, please move your vehicle.
Hang on a second. 6 and 7 is 13. Yeah, it's 33. Okay. So then we would divide both sides by 33, and you would find that the side, it's going to be a decimal, but that's okay. Okay? Looking down here, we'll do the evens, true or false. Are all kites quadrilaterals? Yes. They're all four-sided figures. And if you think to your flip book, and here's my finished one, if I'm looking here, and they want to know, is a kite a quadrilateral? Let me zoom out. Oh, wait. Is a kite a quadrilateral? Well, if I can lift the tab, whatever comes up with that, it is that. It's a name for it. So yes, kites are quadrilaterals. So that would be a true statement. A kite can have congruent diagonals. Well, it doesn't say anything about the diagonals being congruent. Where do we know about diagonals being congruent? Well, that happens in a rectangle. So I don't see how you can have diagonals congruent. So this would be false. Okay? Hopefully that helps you with your homework this evening. Good luck. If you have any questions, please come to Spartan Time tomorrow, and I'm happy to help you. Thanks, and have a great rest of your afternoon.